you've come up through the system pretty quickly. You're being named as one of the Dodgers' top prospects. What's the transition to AAA been like for you?
A little rough. Kind of one of those things, especially in this league, not really pitcher friendly. So it's kind of, you're going to go through some struggles, you're going to have some success. It's just kind of trying to find a happy medium of where you can pitch consistently at a consistent level. Haven't really done a great job of that this year lately. But I've had some really good outings, I've had some bad outings, kind of want to work somewhere in between.
How much of that do you just attribute to like normal growing pains, and do you have an explanation for it, you think?
I mean, there's a whole bunch of different factors that could factor into it. I don't know one specific one. One, getting adjusted to the league, getting adjusted to the hitters, kind of having more of a game plan. Stuff kind of creeping up in the zone a little bit more than normal. The elevation. I mean, there's a lot of different factors. It's just kind of one of those things that it's just an adjusting period, and you just got to find a way to get through it.
How different is AAA, like the actual, not just like the competition, but like the game experience? How different is AAA from, say, like Chattanooga, where you were last year?
The game experience is a little bit different just because the level of competition is a little bit better as far as the consistency aspect. But probably the biggest difference between here and AA, at least where I was in Southern League, is travel. You're on plane rides, you're waking up 2 o'clock in the morning to get on a 6 o'clock plane, connecting, maybe in Denver to go to Sacramento. So you may be getting in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, get back to the hotel, check in, drop yourself off, get up to the field by 3, and have a game at 7.
Right.
So it's one of those things. It's got to getting your body adjusted to just the everyday wear and tear of travel here in this league, and kind of getting you better prepared for the travel up there.
The guys who come through here, from the majors, either on rehab assignments or just coming down to find their stroke or whatever, do you talk to them often about, what the major league experience or advice or anything like that?
A little bit. Kind of a little different here. We don't typically get a whole lot of starting pitchers here. Fortunately for us, our starting pitching staff's pretty good up there. So, but I mean, that's kind of spring training. Got a feel for how they approach games, how they work games, and how they prepare themselves. So, every once in a while, a hitter comes down and ask him, how he approaches, what his approach is, his game plan, how he would face me, kind of one of those things. So, just try to learn as much as possible about yourself to better yourself.
While you have come up through the system pretty quickly, it seems. It also, I know that they're taking their time with you. They don't, obviously the Dodgers don't have a real need, for they've got a ton of pitching up there and a lot of money to sign free agents. Is there any frustration there, or is it more just you're happy to take your time?
I mean, not really frustration. I mean, if it would be kind of probably a different story if I was shoving here, doing extremely well here. So it's just a learning process. I mean, I'm still young, still 22, so I still got time to develop and grow, and that way when I do get up there, I can stay up there, not going to be one of those guys that kind of bounce back and forth for a couple years before he really finds it. So hopefully by taking the time now and being able to kind of develop a little bit more now, that when I get up there, I get to stay up there for good.
So as a future major league pitcher, what is your feeling on the designated hitter? Do you want to bat when you get up there?
I do and I don't. It's kind of one of those things. I understand both kind of aspects of it. So it's one of those things. I think it brings an element of excitement with the DH in sometimes, but it also a lot more strategies involved with pitcher hitting.
Yeah.
Just kind of the moves that the manager has to make, all that stuff is kind of up in the air.
What about batting? You want to bat?
I don't mind hitting. I'm not enthralled and love hitting as much as some of the other guys. To me, being a logical person just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. When you fail 70% of the time, you're considered a great all-star legend.
Right.
Doesn't really process in my brain a whole lot. I'd rather be on the other side, pitching and succeeding 70% of the time rather than failing 70% of the time.
Do you have a timetable for when you're gonna get up there?
No, I mean, it's kind of one of those things. Just kind of continue to develop, continue to get as best as or better as I can, and then when they decide to call, that's when it's going to happen.